Hello friends, this is Neeraj Srivastava. Today I am going to tell you a story of very great leader of South Africa, Mr. Nelson Mandela. This story is taken from the autobiographies of Nelson Mandela of the same name, Long Walk to Freedom. Friends, this is a very real story about courage, freedom, and hope as we Indians face slavery, same way South Africa also faced the slavery by Britishers. Britishers treat them very badly. They treated them as animals. There was an apartheid system, which means racial segregation, in which blacks suffered a lot. You know the racial segregation. Racial segregation means when there are some black people are there and white people are there, so majority of the supremacy of the white people, they hold the supremacy and they treat very ill mannered with the black people. That is called the racial segregation. This system, this culture was there in South Africa. Many freedom fighters like Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, and many more lost their life in their freedom struggle. Then came a great leader, Nelson Mandela. He was very brave, strong, confident freedom fighter. He loved justice. He was also known as the Mahatma Gandhi of South Africa. Nelson was imprisoned for 30 years. For 30 years. South Africa got independence on 27th April 1994. If you don't know Nelson Mandela, after listening this summary, you get known him very properly. This is your second chapter, Long Walk to Freedom, of your first flight. So listen carefully. Finally, on 10th May 1994, a grand ceremony held at the Union Building in Pretoria. Several dignitaries, leaders from all over the world visited there to be a part of that ceremony. This was the day when Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as South Africa's first democratically elected president. Listen carefully. As South Africa's first democratically elected president, Mandela was accompanied with his daughter Janani. First, Mr. Tamba Mbeki took oath as second deputy president. Then Mr. Thabo Mbeki took oath as first deputy president. Then the final, for whom the whole world was waiting, that was Nelson Mandela. He himself swore in as the first black president of South Africa, Democratic South Africa. Now South Africa got independent. He pledged to obey and uphold the constitution. He promised to make the nation free from poverty, deprivations, and sufferings of all sort of discrimination. The highest military saluted him. Once this military arrested him for 30 years in prison. See the change. Once that military had arrested him in prison and today they are saluting him. This was the change. The celebration was so grand. Jets and helicopters flew across the sky. People sang two national anthems. One was, which was White's sang, and Kosi Sikol Lel. This is the name of the national anthem. of South Africa, sung by white peoples, and the other was which was sung by black peoples, Die Stem. Both the national anthem sang there to show the unity between the blacks and white. Now South Africa became a democratic country. Both blacks and whites started living there unitedly. Both understand each other's feelings. Now both are living there as friends. In the speech, Mandela said that this was the victory of peace, justice, and dignity. He added that the real worth of a country is not gold or diamonds, but it is people who live there. Mandela also explained courage in a very beautiful way. He said, courage doesn't mean that you have no fear. He added, courage means you win over fear. You win over the fear. This is the real courage. He said in South Africa there was an apartheid culture, means there was a racial segregation which was based on color discrimination, as I told you before. Because of that, blacks suffered a lot. Now that system has come to an end. He said, humans are born to love, not to hate. While giving a speech, he got little sentimental also. He remembered his past great leaders like Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, and Chief Luthuli. He said about their sacrifices. This day could not have possible if we forget them. It means we are forgetting our roots. If we forget these freedom fighters, means we are forgetting our roots. He explained this thing. He said, freedom for adults means to take care of their family and country. And freedom for children means they have full right to go and play whatever they want to play. This is the freedom of children, and the freedom of adults means to take care of family and the country. At the end, he spoke that it is a glorious human achievement that a black person became the president of a country where once the blacks were treated very badly. They could not raise voice for equal rights or for freedom. There, at that place, a black person became the president of that country. It's an achievement. It's an achievement. See the difference. The time has changed now. Now, at the end, I would like to say what moral comes. Moral comes from this story is that with patience, hard work, and discipline, we can achieve anything, even freedom. So, friends, this is the story of your chapter, and I would like to say if you find pleasure in this story, if you liked it, then please like, share, and subscribe it. So now I'd like to say thank you to all of you. Thanks. Good night.